is Theresa. I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, and I have two children. I have a 14-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old son, and he plays hockey, and my daughter also does powerlifting with me. She has numerous American records and state records as well. I own a landscape construction company. I'm the president of American Landscape, and I also own Ground Effects Landscape. I have a few hobbies besides powerlifting. I have 2 dogs and a cat, although I'm not sure if either one of these qualifies as real dogs. And I also have a cat that's hiding right now, and I also do painting. I do acrylic and oil paint when I am not powerlifting, and also like to cook and do outdoor activities such as skiing and taking the dogs out for walks, bonfires, and fishing. I started lifting in 2005. I was then competing briefly in Olympic lifting, clean and jerk and a snatch. And I was starting a little bit of powerlifting then. I had not competed in powerlifting until 2008 was my first competition. My squat resembled a good morning, looking back at that video, so there was a lot of form issues there. How I started into powerlifting, though, is a little bit of a long story. I had gotten into numerous car accidents, and they had me on pain meds and all this other stuff. I was very weak, couldn't even carry a gallon of milk. Decided to get off of all the medication and go to the gym. I started CrossFit very, very slow, very, very light weights. That progressed into the Olympic lifting, which then naturally progressed a little bit into powerlifting. I couldn't keep up on doing all 3 of them at the same time. It's just impossible to do. To master all 3 at the same time. So I picked powerlifting out of the 3. Get that motivation to not give up and not be a quitter. How bad you want to just fall flat on your face. So like relax, I'm spilling these raps long as you feel them to the day that I drop. You'll never say that I'm not. So I do hold the current state records for masters in all 3 lifts. My current squat masters state records is 193 pounds. Cause when I am not, then I'ma stop pinning them, and I am not hip-hop, and I'm just not Eminem. Subliminal. My bench is 116. When I'ma stop sending them, women are caught in web, spin them in hawk venom, adrenaline shot, the penicillin could not get the illin to stop. Amoxicillin's just not real enough. And my deadlift was 253. I compete in the 57 kilogram weight class, and I'm hoping to beat my own records in the very near future. What do I struggle with most in my lifting would be consistency of training. I have a very busy schedule with work. Being the owner, I'm on call 24/7. I've got 2 kids and I'm running around to dance and hockey, and a very busy home life. So consistency seems to be my biggest struggle. I do get my workouts done. Sometimes they're back-to-back, sometimes they're very sporadic. So my goals for the future, I would love to have a 600-pound total. Also, I think it'd be pretty badass to bench press body weight. Again, I am close to that, but I got a ways to go. So that is kind of one of those lifetime goals, is to be a girl and to be able to bench press your own body weight. How did I meet Zach? So I met Zach 2 years ago at Nationals. He was a side ref. I was just took my state exam, and I was a platform manager, didn't talk to him a whole lot, knew who he was. This past year, got to know him a little bit better. He was a side ref on the platform that I was lifting on, fortunately, unfortunately. And my squat went great. When it came to bench press, though, apparently my heels were up just a tad, and he red lighted me on my first attempt. I attempted to correct it on my second attempt, and I still got red lighted. The third attempt was a little bit of a blur. At this point, I'm of course giving him every dirty look that I could possibly give. I did make the lift. I got 1 red light from him. and then went out and did my deadlift shortly after that, at which time then I did ask him in my deadlift if my heels were down. You're coming with me, feel it or not, you're gonna fear it like I show you the spirit of God lives in us. So I decided to give his program a try after briefly talking to him on nationals. After that we had numerous conversations about my heels, and then we started talking about the kind of programs that he can do. I've had previous programs. I was getting burnt out on a program that I was doing, and overall all my lifting had kind of gone a little bit downhill, and I knew I needed something different, something exciting, something to get me back into it, and also fix all the mechanical issues that I'm having with my lifting. And he wanted to take on this big project. So I decided to include one random fact about me in my powerlifting video. Is originally my choice of exercise definitely was not gym class. I was one that wrote notes to get out of gym class because I hated exercise. But in high school I did take up ballroom dancing. So doing the waltz, doing the cha-cha, wearing the big elaborate dresses, the makeup, the hair, the whole thing. It was a great form of exercise. I had a lot of fun. So it is a little funny, the transition from makeup, hair, dresses, all the glam, over to powerlifting, which is singlets and chalk and powerlifting shoes. But you hear it a lot, lyrics the shock. Is it a miracle or am I just product of pop? Listen up, the sizzle, my whistle, this is the plot. Listen up, you pistols for guys, listen to snack. Till my bone, till the lights.